Hello, folks. This is Richard Fish, once again discussing another amendment revision. This time is going to be the 15th Amendment. This is going to be as follows. Section 1. The rights of the citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States of America or any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Citizens of the United States of America can only vote in state and federal elections, must be 18 years of age or older, must provide proof through either a social security card, a state or federal identification card, or birth certificate proving that they were born in United States soil, territory, or military base. For United States citizens not on United States soil, such as territories and military bases, a mail-in ballot shall be issued so one can participate in state and federal elections. Mail-in ballots marked before Election Day will be accepted as legal votes for all state and federal elections. The rights of citizens of the United States of America to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex, gender, political, or religious association. And Section 2 is the Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. This is the big one that, of course, now Donald Trump is having a discussion about before midterms. The mail-in ballots and discussion of age. Yes, I don't believe that people can just walk in and vote without identification. I know other places have that. They are actually given voting cards, and most times actually forced to vote. Like the whole citizenship is actually forced to vote in the elections. In this case, we don't force that. I don't feel like we need to actually force those 18-year-olds to vote. But the discussion that you need a social security card, a state or federal ID, or birth certificate to vote helps. I think this will, quite frankly, have them shut up about the whole illegals voting thing. This is a solution that we need to do. And this is how you do it. You do it by changing the amendment. Donald Trump can throw all the laws he wants and complain about it. But he really does not want, illegals voting and whatnot. Change the amendment. Make a discussion about it. This is one way of doing it. And yes, you should include U.S. soil, territory, and military bases. Because guess what? You're still a U.S. citizen. If you're not in the country, if you're on the military base, you should have able to vote. The whole idea, what? You had to fly in, vote, and then fly back out or something? That sounds like a hassle. And that's what mail-in ballots are. The fact that he wants to remove mail-in ballots for people who are not in the country, or people who can't, walk or get to line, why make it inconvenient for people? Like, for example, if you want to submit information for mail-in ballots, yes, a photo of your social security card, state or federal ID, or birth certificate should be fine. If someone wants to sit at home and mail in a ballot, let them. Why are we forcing people to be inconveniencing some people? Why? Just make it convenient as possible. Some people want to sit at home and vote by mail. Let them. That is the whole purpose. I mean, granted, it was started probably because of the military and whatnot, people off bases wanting to vote, but their ballots need to be counted as well. It doesn't matter if they come after the election, they need to be counted. Everyone should have the right. Everyone has the right to participate in the election, regardless of whether their location is at. And if they send it in the mail before the election date, it has to be counted. Simple as that. It's not up to discussion. It's not a big fat maybe. It has to be counted. And yes, I understand there's some people who don't have, social security card. They lost it. That happened to me once. I got it. Didn't feel like it was that, difficult. But regardless, I got a new one. I know birth security is another one. I have a piece of mine. My mother has the original, I believe. But, I believe I have a piece of it. And then there's a state or federal ID card. If that's such a difficult decision to do, make it convenient. Or, as a Democratic Party, maybe we should be helping people get their IDs. Going down to the streets, talking to people, asking, why do you not have your ID? Is it because if the DMV is difficult? Maybe we should streamline the process of getting an ID from the DMV, or make a completely new office where sole purpose is to walk in, get your ID card, and walk out. It might sound like more paperwork or something, but maybe we should streamline the process, because that's another thing one people complain about, is saying that, oh, I don't have an ID, I can't vote because I can't ID. That's ridiculous. That's infringing on my rights. If you do not have an ID card, then have a discussion on how to get one, or make it easier for people. This whole idea that we cannot have discussions about how to make things easier solutions. This is what I'm talking about. We need to talk about future solutions. If people have problems with getting their IDs, make it easy and convenient. Give them a solution. If we need to set up a separate office from the DMV for people to just walk in, be at the Capitol, which is a single office that's purpose is just give people's IDs. They walk in, they give their IDs, and just walk out. If we have to do that, do that. Don't sit if the DMV is being overrun by people who are trying to get IDs, or they're too expensive. Lower the price, streamline the process, but you need to give a solution to problems that ail the public. You can't just sit there and say, boo-hoo, this is dumb, I wish it was better. Give them a solution. This is a solution. And the mail-in ballots, just let it do it. I don't see it's people don't like to be inconvenienced, especially the elderly. That's the funny thing, is that there's proof that the elderly mostly vote by mail-in, but they all vote mostly Republican. So it's odd to see that the Republican president inconveniencing his own people like that. So we, the Democrat Party, should just embrace the old people and say, yeah, we'll make it easy for you. If you need an ID or something, we'll help you get it. We'll have an office to make you, you can walk in, walk out, and then that you can sign up for ID and maybe sign in for mail back at the same time. We should make it as convenient as possible for people. If people want mail-in ballots, and there seems to be a lot of people like it, give it to them. Give them the option to wanting to get a mail-in ballot. The idea that we have to sit here and say, no, you can't get a mail-in ballot because I said so, is ridiculous, and then just pulling an excuse out of your ass because you don't want to admit that you made a mistake or whatnot. This is a solution. We need to work on solutions for our country. This is a solution, and we need to have a discussion about it. So, yes, you should have a Social Security card, state, federal, or birth certificate to go into a polling place and vote. I don't see a problem with that. I fail to see how that's inconvenient. But if it's inconvenient for people to get a state or federal ID, maybe we should make it convenient for them. Simple as that. And then the rights of citizens of the United States shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state account on sex, gender, political, religion, association. That is correct. That is a big thing, another thing that I am revising a lot on some of these amendments. Your sex, gender, political, or religious association should not deny you your rights. A federal government should not deny you your rights because you don't agree with them. And this will be added in a lot of them because this needs to be in the amendment to make sure it doesn't happen again, because this is what all these revised amendments are about. Making sure the next future presidents do not violate the rights of our American citizens the same way the current administration is. A solution. Yes, you can say this administration is making a lot of mistakes, so let's make sure they do not happen again. I don't think it's that difficult a discussion to have, that we need to make solutions. So, this is what my solution is. Changing it for the better of society. Making sure that, you need an ID, Social Security, or birth certificate to vote in person, but if you're at a country, military base, or territory, you can vote by mail if you want to. That is your right. And you cannot be denied just because you do not agree with the President of the United States. Simple as that.